Greetings, my people. This is your brother B, bringing to you yet again another episode, episode 35, on this YouTube channel, Opps Opportunities for Black and Brown, Brown and Black. And on this episode 35, I'll be bringing to you the whole BLM situation, just a light overview of what I personally think. So, the whole movement were created by people that have a Marxist mentality. Look up what Marxist is, and just to make it very simple for people, is do whatever it takes to get what you want type of mentality. And that is dangerous. And just now that things have been coming up, like with the documentary that Candace Owens came out, where she's, really dug into, the people that started that whole movement, what they were really using the money for. And it's a shame. It's a shame that these in my opinion, perpetrators use their own people to only advance themselves. There could be situations where they helped other people, but I wish that the outcome would have been different. And I never believed in the movement because of that, because of the Marxist background that the leaders, the founders have. To me, that's very, very dangerous. And just the agendas that they were pushing, where they connected the whole transgender movement with BLM, and how certain money was funneled to certain organizations, nonprofits or whatnot. To me, it's like, why? It's a lot of money that was sent over there. You might have a background or a family member that's a transgender or whatnot. I understand that. But the thing is, you have minorities that are really suffering. And it's just sad to say that movement, came out like that. And just making it Black Lives Matter, they do. I acknowledge that certain Africans were taken from certain parts of Africa, not all parts of Africa. In certain parts of Africa, they were taken, and some within themselves enslaved or sold, to certain races, their own people, to be sent to certain parts of Latin America and to the United States. I acknowledge that suffering, the hundreds of years of that suffering. I acknowledge that in certain parts of the United States, it was built on the backs of African slaves. The thing is to expect I'll just say myself. I'm not going to speak for all Latinos. The way I see it, if you want me to follow that movement, the Marxist situation is a problem. And just making it, where people have to get on one knee, or like the intimidation, there's no need for that to transpire onto other people. That's why we need to learn how to respect one another, not see color, acknowledge the race, the custom, the culture, the language, the cooking, the different things that makes a culture, the different races, rich and good. But just for me, it didn't make it didn't make sense, you know. But I acknowledge, the past history. But to change the future and the present, there needs to be a presence at city council meetings, pressing your politicians that represent you. What's going on? Why are we stuck? Why are we as minorities stuck? Latinos and blacks stuck in certain communities? How come we're only able to advance to a certain extent? Why have we been brainwashed to think that, oh, you have to go to college and university when certain trades make even more than certain degrees? And the schooling it's quicker, cheaper. I believe that's something that should be more of a focus than to be, to a certain extent, disruptive. I could understand that tension has been building up for a very, very long time. But to get better results, or at least a more, like, there's, in my personal opinion, there should be levels like of escalation to reach that point. Like, that should be the last resort, in my personal opinion. And just going back to the whole movement and the people that founded it and how they've been exposed, it's a shame. I really wish that money could have gone to way better causes, which we all know that it should have gone to. It's just sad that once people have money, or people set up these groups and they have a particular agenda, it's sad, because it starts people's faith just deteriorates when another group is gonna come up and they're pushing particular things, and might happen again. So that's what I have to say about BLM. And as far as the people that are followers of that movement, I wish that the just the mentality, the Marxist mentality, would just change, and we could be more in unity. Like, I was criticized. I didn't even know that there was a racist group or whatnot saying all lives matter. I wasn't even aware, and I put on my social media, like, what, like, for someone to be like, pushing this upon me, I don't feel that this is right. Like, all the lives matter, and I still believe that, I really do, because we all need to come together. All people that are falling into poverty, and hold our politicians accountable, but especially minorities, blacks and Latinos. And I just wish that there would be more of a thing where everyone's included. And I'm not saying that the priority for the people that have suffered the most in this country have been the people that have the African descent, the African American descent. Their ancestors were taken from Africa and came over here and built this country in certain parts. not the whole country. So, a good part of the country. So it's just sad that this situation happened, and the way I look at it, it's divisional. I wish there wouldn't be so much division. I wish that that all, all races that are going through a struggle would come together and learn from each other and just progress. Unfortunately, we are living in these times where we're just very divisional, and the tensions are just growing. So that's all I have to say for this episode. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, where I'll be talking about my situation with All Lives Matter. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Stay safe.